Precious Works LLC, Adam, joined by my dog, Wolf, aka Ryan, and for the most part, for the most part, there is a conclusion for the opening roster of the 2025 Saints as they set upon week one to take on the Arizona Cardinals to start the season. This is our second episode back to back. We had our episode last night where we talked about the cuts and we talked about Spencer Rattler being named quarterback one and all that. So we wanted to come back after waiver claims were processed today and kind of just because we knew some things were going to shake up. So they did shake up, and the Saints were able to claim former Bucs wide receiver Trey Palmer, who actually went to school LSU, finished out his college career at Nebraska, and claimed former Broncos offensive lineman Xavier Truss. Also put a claim in on a former Ravens cornerback who I'll pull his name up in a little bit, but that player was claimed, or sorry, that player was awarded to the Tennessee Titans because they had the higher priority in the claim. So they attempted
Titans was throwing them claims in.
Like you go to Vegas, you have the penny or the nickel or the dime machine, bro. You just those are the Titans. So the Saints would have claimed three players because the cornerback that I'm referencing, the Saints, the Dolphins, and the Eagles all put in claims for him, and the Titans. So four teams put in claims for the player that the corner that the Ravens waived. Because had it not been for the Titans, the Saints would have been awarded him because of where they fell in terms of the priority. But
was it me or did this seem like a more active? Maybe I just didn't pay attention closely the previous years. No. It just seemed more active. Maybe just because of where the Saints is right now, it seemed more active to me.
It probably was because of that, because they haven't been 9 in a while. Like right. I think that probably played a factor into it. Jalen Amar Davis, thank you, producer Dante. So if you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe. So they would have had 3 players that they claimed on waivers, but it ended up being 2. To make the corresponding moves, they release Cedric Wilson and they release Jake Stoll.
Jake Stoll, yep.
Leaving them with 2 tight ends currently in the roster. So we'll get into the big picture because I wanted to get your thoughts overall of where the roster is in totality. But let's talk about these roster claims. Chris, with the $50 super chat.
Man, Chris, come on, bro.
Come on, man.
Much love, brother.
He said for Ryan and Adam and Ryan's legendary 55 rant and Bishop Dante's sermon.
Oh, shout out to Dante.
Shout out to Dante, bro. Appreciate you, Chris. Much love. I don't even have a cup water tonight because it's not going to be that type of episode. We just want to hit some things. But with the addition of Trey Palmer, because that's kind of like the big news. We kind of talked about it last night. Our dude Jordan Grove talked about Trey Palmer, and he was a player that the Bucs cut simply just because of their wide receiver room is that talented. Like he was a player that bust on the scene for them in 2023. Had a really good rookie season for them. I was given the hint that the Saints potentially was going to put a claim in for him last night. I watched 2023 Trey Palmer, and I was like, man, this nigga is cooking a lot. Taking these clips, bro, was cooking like both times Trey Palmer played the Saints in 2023, bro. He cooked the Saints, bro. Cooked them.
Real.
Sauteed, cooked them. Had a really good season. Had some injury issues in 2024, but also if you just look at the Bucs receiver room, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, who has injury issues, but he's they have the ability to let him come back and not rush him back. Emeka Buka, who they got in the draft, McMillan, who super talented, who also has injury issues, but he's is going to come back. And they drafted Did they draft Tez Johnson or he's an undrafted free agent? I don't think they
I
drafted
can't
Tez
remember. I
Johnson
think they drafted him late. Yeah,
late,
yeah.
and I watching a little bit of preseason of Trey Palmer. It really seems like Tez Johnson took the
Yeah.
the Trey Palmer role and snaps away from him.
Oh yeah.
So they so there really wasn't a place for the Bucs. So for them to be able to claim a Trey Palmer and add to the receiver room when they already had traded for Vele already this month, the wide receiver room looks completely different.
Ain't that crazy?
Completely different.
Ain't that crazy? It
In a
just looks
positive way.
in a positive way, like it, because, and it wasn't like we were just talking out our ass. Obviously, they thought the same thing these past couple of months.
Hello.
Like you need more juice, you need more um, dimensions to your wide receiver group, and that's what they went out and did. I called it like a nice little Timu wide receiver core, city trends, whatever you want to call it. Pick your story. But
Sheen.
Sheen, I like it. Like I
It,
feel much better. I mean, it's
yes.
still you still gotta you gotta see how Filet, you know, gets onboarded into the system. You gotta see how Trey Palmer gets onboarded. But on paper, back to
Hashtag on
hashtag
paper.
on paper, I like the way it looks much better than I did 2 weeks ago.
Much
Much
better.
better than I did 2 weeks ago.
And
We was talking about Bub memes and Austin Jr. and all that.
Cedric Wilson.
Cedric Wilson. Bye. Oh,
It's in it just feels it also feels more complete. And we talked about this too after the Vele trade. I also think that honestly, had they not paid Brandon Cook $7.7 million, bro, I don't think he'd be on the team right now. I really don't.
neither me, bro. Bro, if he had like a million and a half guaranteed, he'd be gone.
Gone.
They'd have just ate that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just too
And
much to swallow. Some of that
too
is just like ah.
too much, bro. Because it's an I think it's an indictment of you know they thought in terms of that contract they would be getting a lot more from him as a player, and I said this Tana in our Discord today, patreon.com/thingspark party, if you're not part of our Discord, but that essentially to me the hierarchy in terms of the depth chart should be Olave, Shaheed, Bailey, um, Trey Palmer, and Mason Tipton. Like to me, like Brandon Cooks is like wide receiver 6 on the roster, bro. Like he shouldn't be active on game day. Whoop. Like
Them 7 M's should be inactive on game day unless there's an injury. Honestly, like he should be like the you know Chris Olave injury, insurance or something like that. Like he is purely like just your shiny classic car that you keep in the garage. That got a little beat up engine. You know what I'm saying? Just keep that thing parked and clean, bro. No reason to put wear and tear on it.
until next year when you gotta trade it in. Gotta
Yeah.
finally trade it in. Um, they claimed Xavier Truss. This is a day after them trading. So they claimed Xavier Truss and they traded for Azim Richards from the Cowboys. So that's two. They got two offensive linemen to add to their depth because their depth had taken a lot of hits with Salsa Verde injury, Will Clapp injury, the Landon Young injury. That's also on top of them trading for Fultner a couple of weeks ago in the
Mm-hmm.
Jags game. It was man, it's just crazy, just the business of the NFL. Because I listened to that the really quick interview with the Richards interview. He literally had just said he had just recently bought a house in Dallas because he was with the
Crazy.
Cowboys and just all
Crazy.
right, buddy. No, no, now you got to find a place to live in New Orleans.
Sure do. Sure do, man. That's just the life, especially if you're not a pinned in starter with a long term guaranteed contract. Nah, bro. That could happen anytime. Just kind of back to Trey Palmer, and I watched quite a bit of him all 22 also. Um, I it was hard for me to find like a negative. Like I
Yeah,
was looking,
man.
I just kept like, well, why did they cut him? Like, why did they let him go?
Yes.
Because like this is a nice pickup, man. And I'm not saying he's gonna
Yes.
come in and give you like 1,000 yards or nothing like that, but like this is a nice pick. He's 24 years old. 24 years old. Ran a 4.33 in the combine. Watching his tape, I mean, he's fast, but I wouldn't call him like super sudden off the line. I think he was kind of raw coming out of college, as far as like a route runner and stuff like that. But like you could tell he has like that speed that just like kind of like once he gets going, it's like bye. You know what I'm saying? He will
And
run
you
by you
and you saw that a lot in game, like a lot in
in
game,
game
especially especially against the Saints,
against the
bruh.
Saints, bro. He was cooking Alante. He was cooking 20.
Yada.
Yadam cooking Yadam, bro. I was like, dang. When he get in practice, he gonna be like, oh, I remember y'all. But I mean, I love that move, man. Obviously, it's a move you couldn't expect, you couldn't depend on, but just to like for your division rival to drop
Yeah.
that in your pocket on a day after cuts, shit, boy.
You run to the bank, bruh.
Like
Run to the bank.
God shining on us just a little bit, a little
A little
shine,
bit.
right?
And I could already see how Kellen would want to utilize him. I'm not going to say this is going to happen immediately,
No,
because he literally just got here. Like I wouldn't be shocked if he's probably going to be inactive week one. It's just
yeah.
it's a lot to expect for him to. Shout out to Neek Johnson for the 4.99 super chat.
Thank you,
Much
Nick.
love. But as our dude Jake said, with Dante Pettis with the uh less than arrows, like those routes that Dante Pettis was getting last year when all the receivers were going or whatever, those can go to Trey Palmer, and he can
Right.
run those a lot more and be consistent. And it's just overall the totality of the wide receiver room is in a much better
Yeah.
place.
And he was all over the line. He was running out the slot. They had him on the outside in bunches. They had him out in X. They had him everywhere. He did a lot of the the bubble screen stuff. And they
Mm-hmm.
throw it to him at the line of scrimmage, which Kellen likes to do. Um, he gonna get some run, bro. Like he's going to get used in this offense eventually.
uh Zach Laledo, so I might be completely mispronouncing that, says, but I think his hits on the head that says feels like the team got a lot younger very quick this offseason. A
Oh, no
lot
question.
younger.
Like that's a fact. I looked at the numbers earlier. I think they're what was it? The 26.1. That's the average age. Obviously, Cam Jordan, Demario Davis, pushing that number up. But like 2 years ago, they were almost 28.
Yeah.
The average
Even
age was 28.
and even Taysom probably pushes it up.
Right. Well, I didn't have him included on that.
Oh,
But you
okay.
zero, you take Demario and Cam out there, it's down to like 24 average. And that's
Ooh.
about. So young, it's get like they slowly remade this team into a younger team, bro. Like outside a few little, like we're talking about a few little vets, you know, it's become a younger team that quick, bro, which they needed to do.
What would you say the average age was?
26.1.
Shucks age.
And Valet, he's 27, but he's a 27-year-old second year player. So we got Brandon Cooks, Alvin Kamara. They kind of push it up, but those are fine ages. But it was
Yeah.
like, man, we was damn near average of 30 years old. Like the team was a 30-year-old average, damn near a couple
Crazy.
years ago, bro.
Crazy. Um so one thing I wanted, well, before I ask you this, because we are at 15 minutes. Let's first take our first break. Let's listen to our sponsor from Underdog. We'll come back and get some more in and just get overall thoughts on the overall team as we wrap up this roster setting episode. We'll be back right after this break.
Football is back, and there's no better place to get in on the action than Underdog. It's the easiest way to make picks and win money all season long. Here's how it works. You make your picks. If you're right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. And you can play as little as for $1. This week, I'm looking at the Bucs versus Falcons matchup. I've got Mike Evans for higher than one touchdown and Kyle Pitts for lower than 50 yards. That's my card. Now it's your turn. Just download the Underdog app, sign up with promo code Block Party, and you'll get $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code Block Party. Millions of fans have already won billions on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog, make picks, win money.
Must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
And we are back. So I'm looking at, shout out to all the viewers right now. We got like 60 concurrent viewers right now, 105 views. Appreciate y'all. Make sure you're hitting that like and subscribe. Just looking at this overall roster, I know early in the offseason we kept saying we didn't see the vision that Kellen Moore had with this team. Like what is Kellen's Moore vision of this team? I think we can 100% safely say now we know what that vision is, or at least to a degree what that vision is of this team. Overall, 53-man roster set. There's still going to be some moving and shuffling around. Thoughts on the current roster heading into week 1 against the Arizona Cardinals?
Man, it's solid, man. Just looking at the our lads, like we talked about the wide receiver core. Everybody runs a 4-4 or less. Even Valet is like a 4-4-7. We know, but Shaheed is fast. Palmer 4-3-3. Chris Olave 4-3-7. Mason Tipton, I don't know exactly what his time is, but he's been reported to run like a 4-3-3. Like everybody got some speed on him in the wide receiver core. I just think overall, like they've had to, like, unfortunately they've had to kind of completely remake the offensive line depth.
Yeah,
But I thought they did a good job of getting like young players with upside doing that instead of just grabbing like 30-year-old
vets.
vets that's just
Hmm.
on the end of their career. Now they got some guys that are young, might have some upside. They could, when you look at Landon Young, he's going to be gone for the season. They got a guy like a Sim to come in who has relatively similar grades as far as like PFF and stuff like that. If you value those grades at all, um, you get a guy like Truss to come in, still young, that can fill in. Those were some good moves, man. And Mike Triplett reported today that the boots come off for Trevor Penning. Still probably don't play week 1, but he looks to be trending back to be coming back real soon. So that's a positive.
Yeah, it is.
And apparently that toe injury is the other foot. It's not the one that he had a couple years ago when he had that toe injury. So that's a positive thing, man. So if that offensive line come together, got a wide receiver core that can run, and we got your starting quarterback, QB1 for now. We'll see how that goes. And defensively, we talked about it, but they're probably the story of the offseason, honestly. Like
Yeah.
the quarterback is like taking the headline because that was the story. But honestly, going into this offseason, the defense was the biggest worry of like this
Yes.
is an
Yes.
aging, declining defense with questions in the secondary and all that stuff. And now you look at it, it's like, okay, it's not a talent rich defense, but it's young, it's feisty. Uh, Brandon Staley's doing some interesting things. It's like this defense could do some things. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be perfect, and I still have questions about the secondary, especially like at cornerback. But it looks promising. We still got to see where Alante Taylor at because he still
Man,
wasn't at practice today. That's a little, you know what I'm saying?
his
Like
his groin been a thing for like a little over a month now.
he missed damn near all the training camp, bro.
Yeah, he has. Shout out to our dude, Bajan saying GOAT podcast. Jay,
Love you, B.
Jay Sean said, I can see this team being terrible now, but have a 8 to 10 win season next season. Like,
Mm.
like next season. Yeah, think if there's a different quarterback at the helm, I think you might
Let's just get through this season.
this season. Yes.
Let's just see how this work out, bro.
Please. Dante said, how this roster is constructed at the moment, did it change y'all's win total? It hasn't changed my win total. I do think maybe the team may be like, I think game day, I think the Zooms may be more fun.
Right.
It's how I would word it.
Yeah. Like, I mean, my would I had picked 6 wins earlier? Like, I'm still regret that. It's still gonna be hard to get some dubs this season, man. Like, I gotta see how Spencer Rattler do. Gotta see how much rope he's given, and then after that, it's like Tyler Shuck. Like that. That's what it all depends on. But honestly, if the team could come together, if Kellen Moore just show me something, bro. Like, show me what you could do on game day, bro. Like, I know he got some wrinkles that he's gonna implement. See how special teams does. That's another thing we forgot to mention with Trey Palmer. He does some special team things too. Just gotta see how that comes together, bro. Because I was looking at like a preview of the Arizona versus Saints game, and I was like, "Damn, boy,
Yeah,
this could be
I watched it too.
be a game right there, boy."
You
Like,
get
Kyler Murray. Shit
you
get
get tested real
right
quick. You get tested real quick, bro. You get
real, bro.
you get tested. Your defense and your edges get tested super quick. Your offensive line, in theory, gets tested quick. And we have the whole Cardinals preview show, but I'm just real quick, just with Josh Sweat, Xavier Collins, and then the story to me of the game is, even though they don't have Clayton Adams, like how improved is the Saints' run defense? Because you're gonna get tested with James Conner immediately. If you can't stop James Conner, then it's gonna be a long, long Sunday at 10 a.m. New time, Central Time. Like, that's just
and Kyler Murray, like, him as a runner, he's one of the most dangerous runners in the league, bro. Like, the thing about him, he doesn't have to run a lot. He could give you 3 runs, and that'll break the game. Like, 3 runs will break the game because he has that home run ability. And when he gets on the goal line or like in the red zone, it's just tough to stop because he's tough, so quick. Man. He's quick and fast. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just has that short movability. It's just like, and I just get pictures of big Cam Jordan trying to Granderson
or Chase Young. Good luck. Like, and then, like, it's the game where you need someone like Alante. Like, he's the perfect player. Yeah. Anyhow, we'll talk about that next week.
Yeah, we'll get there.
There's one thing in this roster construction that does leave me a little worried.
I know where you're going.
I'm going to talk about it. We're going to do one more break here from our dude Bijan Precious Works, and we'll talk about it and kind of wrap up things up right after this break. Yo, what up, Wolf? What are you looking at?
Man, I'm checking out this website. This site is cheeks, bro.
In 2025? How do you have a crappy website? Couldn't be me.
They need to hit up our guy Bijan with Precious Works. Precious Works offers to not only build you a website that's tailored to you and your customers' needs, but also to continue to manage and maintain it so you can focus on your business. Don't have much time? Precious Works is just what you need. No out-of-the-box stuff like Squarespace or Wix. Precious Works will create a site for you. You won't have to worry about plugin updates, security, or things like that because Precious Works will maintain all of that and be available to you 24/7. Bijan set up Saints Block Party Podcast website for us a few years ago and hit it out the park. He also keeps it up to date and helps us anytime we want to add something new like a form or the prospect matching tool that we did for the NFL draft. It's like having your own personal developer just a text or a call away. Precious Works has worked with everyone from small businesses to large firms, so no job is too big or too small. If you're in the need of a website or you currently have one, but you want to upgrade it, give Bijan a holler at Precious Works. You can get with him at Bijan at Precious Works, Bijon at precious.works, or go to precious.works for his website. Make sure to tell him Saints Block Party sent you.
We are back. Shout out to our dude Josue Sandoval with the $1.99 super chat.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Josue.
y'all. Uh, so the last thing as we wrap up right quick is the Saints only have 2 active tight ends on the roster. Juwan Johnson and Moscato. Now, they do. We'll talk about the practice squad because I know we need to talk about the practice squad before I forget. They do have Stoll and Welch on the practice squad, so I do expect them to call them up and them to be a part of the game plan. But if there's one thing that worries me in terms of the totality of the offense, man, it's that tight end room because it is ass cheeks, Ryan. It's bad. It's bad, bro. It's bad.
It's ass, bro. Like it's terrible. It's terrible. Where I'm waiting for Foster Moreau to come back. It's like that's just, it's like
I can't root for Foster Moreau after last year, bro. Like,
I feel you, bro, but I mean, it's like from a football standpoint, they need him. Like they need him.
They do.
Man. Like, it is dire, bro. Like and it is nothing we can really do because like good tight ends just don't grow on trees. They're hard to find. You got to snatch them when you can.
The draft is where you got to snatch them, bro.
You know,
I'm not trying to go down. I'm just saying. Like, yeah, I'm just saying
that horse has been beat. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
But still, it's like, golly. And Bijan asked a great question earlier. He was like, "Who is the blocking tight end?" I'm like, I don't.
Why? It would be like that's why I 100% get the feeling where they're gonna call up Stoll on get because he's that.
He would have to be that guy. Yeah, he would have to be that guy that they're gonna bring up, especially depending on the opponent and stuff like that. But yeah, man, that tight end group is gonna leave a lot to be desired. It sucks because with young quarterbacks, you want to have that just kind of stud, strong tight end that's consistent. And I mean, look, Juwan has had nice moments in his career, but consistent is never been his like redeeming quality. That's the only thing that's been holding him back, in my opinion, is his consistency. So and maybe that changes this year. Maybe maybe he becomes a consistent tight end, but they need somebody to catch 10 balls a game and just be there, sit in those soft zones, and be able to protect and all that stuff. And it's just I think that's just a ball he missed this year, bro. And he's just going to live with it. And that's the hole in their roster. It's just a hole.
Glaring. Zach asked, was there any interest in Dulcich? So I don't know. I don't know what players. I'm going to say this. I don't know what players that they had interest in adding to their practice squad. All I can say, what I was told was there were players that they had interest in adding to their practice squad. So I can't give out specific names of what players because I don't know. That their agents to their players, respectfully, just did not want those players to be on the Saints practice squad. It's just what, and this is not me trying to like lambast the team. This is not me trying to make this seem pessimistic and be like negative. That's just where the state of the Saints are right now, y'all. Like, it just is. Like, I don't know who those players are. I don't know if Dulcich was part of that. I don't know, but I just know that a lot of agents in the league, steer their clients away from the 504 right now. That's it. So even the fact that it was like even the practice squad did surprise me a little bit. It's like, damn. Like, well, it's like 400. It's like 400K. 400K is 400K, but like it is what it is. But it's part of the whole just operation being run right now and just making Loomis and everything. But anyway, uh, let's talk about the practice squad.
Oh
15
yeah, yeah.
players, 15 players on it right now. As we quickly kind of wrap up, they did get Fidel Diggs back on the practice squad, which was the
Thank
big one.
goodness.
I was gonna be hot if Fidel went somewhere, bro. It's gonna be hot.
Hot.
Jake Hayner's back.
Ain't a back, bro.
Was
Never
hoping
even left, probably.
was hoping he's gonna be out of our lives. I'm trying to pull up like the official practice squad.
Yeah, yeah. What is it?
Uh, oh, here it is. So it is Kevin Austin Jr., Terrell Burgess, Elliott Davidson, Deckers, Diggs, Hayner, Easton Kitley, who was the tackle, Jayton Price, the white cornerback, Nefi Sewell, Charlie Smith, the kicker, uh, Jack Stoll, so it's not Jake, my bad. Jack Stoll, Trenton Welch, Jonah Williams, and Cedric Wilson Jr., wide receiver.
Yeah, I mean, those were a lot of names that almost on the roster. So that all makes sense. Glad they got Diggs back. Did mention that Rico Payton got claimed by
He did.
who did he get claimed by? Giants.
Giants.
Giants. Yeah.
And DeMarco Jackson got claimed by the Bears. Fuck Dennis Allen.
Shame on you, DeMarco.
Man, try to get paid, bro. I ain't mad
I
at
don't care.
DeMarco,
I
bro.
don't care. Damn. Nah, that's good on him to at least keep a job in the NFL.
Saints Garcia said Hayner but Eminem pulling the practice. Guess who's back? Back again.
Shady's back. Damn. Double 11, bro. Key card was still activated, man.
It still was, bro.
And look, Easton Stick, he went. Where'd he go?
Falcons practice squad. He said,
Falcons practice.
yeah.
So like, this is it, man. Like, it's two quarterbacks on the roster. Jake ain't on the practice squad. Ain't no vet. I know people been scratching for it. I was listening to Drew Brees' interview earlier. He was saying he should bring up on a vet, but also, got Taysom Hill there. Like, he's a veteran quarterback. He's played quarterback. He's won at playing quarterback. Probably can study film better than anybody on a team because he looks at it from like 5 different dimensions. You know what I'm saying?
Insane.
So, but yeah, that's just the way it's set up now.
It is, and I was gonna say the one thing that was interesting to me is that they didn't bring Davis back to the practice squad.
Yeah, man, that's what I was looking for.
Don't know if he upset someone, pissed someone off, but he didn't bring.
I don't know.
I don't know if I was.
We just don't know.
Don't know. I don't know. I won't say this is a story of today because obviously that was Trey Palmer, but Foskey was not claimed, nor is he on an NFL team practice squad.
Is what I was trying to tell a lot of people. Is like, oh, why you gonna go to the Eagles or something and just have all pro? Yeah, I'm like, no, you don't. You don't have to worry about that with him.
At all.
Trust me. Like, this wasn't a worry in my mind
at all.
At all. Just not a good player, man. So, good luck to you, buddy. Best Chevrolet salesman of the year. Insurance. 10,000 ways to make money in this world, man.
So, our dude, I'm blanking on his name. Told me that Nick Toon sells $1 million homes in Arizona now.
Damn.
Like a realtor in Arizona, sells legit $1 million homes in Arizona now.
Hey man,
Foskey,
bro. Man, you the sack leader, most sacks in Notre Dame history, boy. You know how people love Notre Dame.
Love it, bro.
People that never even been to Notre Dame love Notre Dame just because of Rudy, because of the movie. It's You be all right, bro. You gonna
You'll be
be
all
all
right.
right.
Uh, Jay Sean said the next NOF cameraman.
We gotta sign off
we,
on
we,
that
we
one, bro.
leave it on that one. We leave it on that one. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. If you're a Patreon, if you're a Patreon or a YouTube member, potentially we might have our first potential college Zoom watch party this Saturday for the we're debating if we're gonna do Texas Ohio State or Clemson LSU game.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, if you know anything about Wolf and I, we don't watch college football. It's just not our thing. We don't watch it. We will watch it, but we will watch it if there's a big game for prospects. And spoiler alert, guys, the Saints might be picking top 3 in next year's draft. Sorry to spoil that for you guys. Top 5, maybe top 3, maybe 1 overall. So this upcoming season in college football, potentially what we for sure going to do it, but we don't know if we're going to do it this Saturday because I might not be here, so it might be hard to arrange. But what we might do would be we'll do a watch party. We'll just like we do for Saints game day on Sundays during the watch. We'll watch it all together as a group in the Zoom watching the prospects. We got Arch Manning, hashtag Arch My Back, Garrett Nussmeyer, Caleb Downs, Cade Kupnick. So we don't know if we do it on Saturday, we don't know which game it's going to be yet. But it's likely to happen for one of the games on Saturday. So I'm just throwing that out there. But you gotta be a Patreon, patreon.com if you want to be a part of that, or a YouTube member. Other than that, the next time you will hear from us will be next week, where we will do our Cardinals Saints Week 1 preview pod.
Mm.
Cardinals Saints Week 1 preview pod, and then obviously our game day Sunday extravaganza Zoom live stream recap, all that next Sunday, first week of NFL football being back. So we made it.
Made it,
We
bro.
made it
Football is
back. We'll see what our tone is by halftime of Cardinals game.
Like I said, I was saying the other day, bro. I'm just happy just for something, even if it won't be good, bro. Like at least it's like it's the unexpected. You know what I'm saying? Because like the DA era was so predictable, like
DA era, Carr era,
so predictable.
it's
You knew what
gone,
was going
man.
to happen. You could look at what quarterback are we facing this year? Oh, that's a loss. You knew what the game was going. What kind of running backs do they have? We know how that's going to look. Who's the coach? Like you just knew what was going to. Yeah, we got the first 2 weeks last season. That was the only like shock, but everything else was just so predictable. During the game. You knew if there was like a false start on 2nd and 9, you knew the drive was
Punt,
over.
punt.
Punt, just everything about it was predictable. So it's nice to just be going into the season. We don't know what to expect. We got our predictions all day of what we think we're going to see. None of it matters because we about to see something completely new, man. I can't wait.
New. It's exciting. It's completely exciting. And we are happy y'all are part of it. We did hit 2,300 subscribers on YouTube. So let's keep those
Let's keep
numbers
it
up.
going. Let's get to 25.
Dante said, "Who's yelling?" It does sound like a cry in the background. Listen, me and Jay talk about this all the time. As annoying as it is, like we actually are very thankful to hear because kids are playing outside our complex and they're not on tablets and they're not like glued to screens. And that's like
That's good.
like
That's beautiful.
that's a lost art. So like as loud and as annoying as it is sometimes we're just like, you know what? Be kids, man. Just go out there and
Yep.
be kids, because like it doesn't happen at all anymore.
Nah,
So
man. Growing up, you see just tons of kids outside on the bikes, spraying water hoses, climbing on
bro,
trees, all type of stuff. You just
that's
rarely
all.
see that these days.
That's all you see at our, like, if you go like in our complex, like in like the courtyard, you see kids playing in the courtyard all the time, and you just
That's
don't
big.
see you don't see it anymore. So like, as loud as it gets sometimes, we don't give two shits, bro. We give two shits. But unless it gets like a little late, and it's like, all right, whose baby kids is this at like 11
I'm
p.m.
calling the police.
11 p.m. Goddamn baby kids, go to bed. God damn it. Anyway, we got a lot coming for you guys. So thank y'all for being with us. Thank y'all for the support. We wouldn't be
Thank you.
here without y'all. So we'll be back probably this weekend just for one of the college game live streams. We haven't decided on which one yet, but once we know, we'll put that out there. And then we'll for sure be back next week for the Cardinals Saints preview pod. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. With that, we are out.
Peace.